You're standing on the edge of the solar system, where the stars burn cold, and the sun's light is a distant flicker, like a lighthouse lost in a sea of darkness. Around you, the planets waltz in their familiar orbits. Mercury's quick step, Jupiter's grand swirl, Neptune's slow glide. 8 worlds, neatly mapped, their paths as predictable as a metronome. But what if there's a ninth? A shadowy figure lurking beyond the spotlight, tugging at the edges of our cosmic stage. Welcome to the hunt for Planet X, a mystery that's got astronomers buzzing and your curiosity on high alert. Grab a seat on this cosmic roller coaster. We're diving into a detective story written in starlight. Close your eyes and imagine the solar system as you know it. You've got the classics: rocky inner planets like Earth, gas giants like Jupiter, and those icy outliers, Uranus and Neptune. It's a tidy picture, etched into every science textbook since Pluto got kicked out of the Planet Club in 2006. Poor Pluto, demoted to dwarf planet status. Think of it as the solar system's lovable mascot, still rocking that underdog vibe. But out past Neptune, in the murky depths of the Kuiper Belt, things get messy. Objects are dancing to a tune we can't quite hear. Their orbits warped and stretched in ways that defy our 8-planet playbook. You're picking up the first clues, and they're pointing to something big. Let's play cosmic detective. You're combing through data, and you notice something odd. A handful of distant objects, called Trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs, are moving in sync, their paths aligned like arrows in a quiver. Back in 2016, astronomers Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown spotted this anomaly at Caltech, and it set the astronomy world on fire. These TNOs aren't just wandering. They're being herded, pulled by the gravity of something massive, something unseen. You can almost feel the universe holding its breath, whispering, "There's more to this story." Is it a planet? A cosmic prank? A giant space turtle? Okay, probably not. But you're grinning at the thought. The Kuiper Belt is your crime scene, a vast ring of icy rocks and dwarf planets left over from the solar system's birth 4.6 billion years ago. Picture yourself floating there, surrounded by frozen chunks glinting faintly in the dim sunlight. It's like the solar system's junkyard, full of cosmic hand-me-downs, some the size of mountains, others mere pebbles. The sun's so far away, it's barely aglow. Yet something out here has enough pull to twist these objects' orbits into bizarre shapes. You're sensing a presence, like a shadow moving just beyond your flashlight's beam. For a historical touch, let's rewind to 1846, when Neptune was discovered. Astronomers noticed Uranus's orbit wobbling, hinting at an unseen planet. Using math sharper than a sword, Urbain Le Verrier predicted Neptune's position, and telescopes found it right where he said. That was a mic-drop moment for science, proving we could find planets by following gravitational breadcrumbs. Now, you're chasing the same kind of clues. But Planet X is a tougher nut to crack. Farther, fainter, and sneakier. Here's a quirky fact to spark your imagination. One of these TNOs, named Sedna, takes 11,400 years to orbit the Sun. When Sedna last swung by this part of its path, humans were still painting caves and dodging saber-toothed cats. Its orbit is so stretched, so wild, it's like a cosmic roller coaster designed by a mad scientist. Sedna and its fellow outliers, like the Goblin and Biden, are screaming, "Something's out there!" Their clustered orbits suggest a planet 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, lurking hundreds of astronomical units away. The academic debate is where things get spicy. Some scientists, like Batygin and Brown, swear by the Planet X theory, backed by simulations that nail the TNO orbits. Others argue it's a statistical mirage, like seeing a face in your morning coffee foam. You're standing at the edge of this argument, weighing the evidence. Is it a planet, or are we chasing patterns in the noise? The math says planet, but the universe loves a good plot twist. What's your gut telling you? Let's get modern. In a world of instant answers, think TikTok trends and AI chatbots, this mystery reminds you that some questions take time. Astronomers are poring over sky surveys, crunching data, and praying for a lucky break. It's like searching for your lost phone in a dark room, except the room's the size of the solar system. The thrill of the chase is real, and you're right in the middle of it, wondering what's hiding out there. For a dash of humor, imagine Planet X as the solar system's ultimate introvert, hiding in the dark while the other planets hog the spotlight. Maybe it's got a "Do Not Disturb" sign hanging on its orbit. What would you name this shy giant? Something epic like Nyx, or something silly like Sneaky McPlanetface? Drop your pick in the comments. We're all ears. As you ponder, feel the pull of the unknown. Planet X isn't just a planet. It's a challenge to everything we think we know. It's been out there, shaping our solar system for billions of years, waiting for you to notice. The hunt is on, and you're part of it. Let's follow those cosmic clues and see where they lead. You're drifting in the outer reaches of the solar system. Where the sun's glow is a distant memory, barely brighter than a star. Around you, the Kuiper Belt hums with quiet chaos. Icy rocks tumbling through space, each one a relic of the solar system's wild youth. But something's off. These rocks, these Trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs, aren't moving the way they should. Their orbits are stretched, twisted, and eerily aligned, like arrows pointing to a cosmic secret. You're holding a map of these strange paths, and every line screams one thing. Something big is out there, pulling the strings. Welcome to the second clue in our hunt for Planet X, where the orbits of distant worlds betray the presence of an unseen giant. Picture yourself as a cosmic cartographer, charting the paths of these far-flung objects. Most TNOs follow predictable orbits, looping around the sun in a messy but understandable way. But a select few, 6 to be exact, are rebels. Their orbits are elongated, slanted, and clustered together in a way that defies the normal rules of gravity. It's as if someone tied a rope to these objects and yanked them into formation. You can almost feel the tension in their paths, like a taut string vibrating with the influence of something massive. That something? It's what we call Planet X, a hypothetical world whose gravity could explain this cosmic choreography. Let's zoom in on these orbits. Imagine you're looking at a 3D model of the solar system with glowing lines tracing the paths of these TNOs. Most objects in the Kuiper Belt orbit within a certain plane, like marbles rolling on a slightly tilted table. But these 6 outliers? Their orbits are tilted at odd angles, some as much as 30 degrees off the plane. And here's the kicker. Their closest approach to the sun, called perihelion, lines up in a way that's statistically bizarre. The odds of this happening by chance are less than 0.007%. About the same as winning a raffle you didn't even enter. You're staring at data that's practically shouting, "Look at me." Now, let's add a dash of humor. These TNOs are like the solar system's rebellious teenagers, refusing to follow the family rules and hanging out in a weird corner of space. Maybe they're just trying to get attention. But their antics are pointing us towards something big. Literally. The best explanation for their behavior is a planet with enough gravitational muscle to herd them into place. Scientists estimate this Planet X could be 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, orbiting hundreds of times farther from the sun than we are. It's like finding out your quiet neighbor has been secretly running a cosmic cattle ranch. Historically, This isn't the first time wonky orbits have tipped us off to something big. Back in the 1840s, astronomers noticed Uranus wasn't behaving. Its orbit wobbled in ways that didn't add up. Using nothing but math and a hunch, Urbain Le Verrier and John Couch Adams predicted the existence of Neptune, and boom, there it was, spotted in 1846. That discovery was like hitting a bullseye in the dark, and it's the same playbook astronomers are using now. The difference? Planet X is playing hard to get, hiding in the vast, shadowy fringes of the solar system. Here's a quirky detail to chew on. One of the TNOs, nicknamed the Goblin, officially 2015 TG387, has an orbit so extreme it takes 40,000 years to circle the Sun. To put that in perspective, when the Goblin was last at this point in its orbit, humans were sharing caves with Neanderthals. Its path is so stretched and skewed that it's practically a billboard for Planet X's influence. The Goblin and its fellow oddballs, like Sedna and 2012 VP113, form a cosmic posse. Their orbits aligned in a way that screams, "Something's pulling us." But here's where the academic debate kicks in. Are these orbits really evidence of a planet? Or are we just seeing what we want to see? Some astronomers argue the clustering could be a fluke, a trick of limited data. After all, we've only studied a handful of these objects, and the Kuiper Belt is a big place. Others counter that the patterns are too strong to dismiss, backed by simulations showing a massive planet could sculpt these orbits perfectly. You're standing at the edge of this debate, weighing the evidence. Is it a planet, or are we chasing ghosts in the data? The answer's out there, but it's not giving itself up easily. Let's paint the scene a bit more vividly. You're floating in the Kuiper Belt, surrounded by icy chunks glinting faintly in the dim sunlight. Each TNO is a frozen time capsule, carrying clues about the solar system's birth. But their orbits tell a newer story, one of disruption. You can almost sense the invisible force tugging at them, like a distant drumbeat echoing through space. The idea of Planet X feels alive, its presence inferred but not yet seen, like a shadow moving just out of sight. It's thrilling and a little unnerving, knowing something so massive could be hiding in plain sight. Well, plainish. Now, let's get modern for a second. In today's world, we're used to instant answers. Google it, and you've got facts in seconds. But hunting Planet X is a reminder that some mysteries take time. Astronomers are combing through terabytes of telescope data, piecing together this puzzle pixel by pixel. It's slow, meticulous work, like solving a Rubik's Cube with half the stickers missing. And yet, the possibility of finding a new planet in our own backyard keeps them going, and keeps you hooked too. Before we move on, let's have some fun. If you were one of these rebellious TNOs, what would your nickname be? Something spooky like the Wraith, or maybe Cosmic Maverick. Drop your pick in the comments and let's see who's got the best vibe for a rogue space rock. For now, hold on to that sense of wonder, because we're about to dive deeper into what Planet X might actually be, and why it's got astronomers so excited. You're out there, hovering in the icy void of the Kuiper Belt, where the sun is just a faint twinkle like a lone street lamp in an endless cosmic alley. The clues you've been chasing, those strangely aligned orbits of distant objects, point to something massive lurking in the shadows. But what is it? A planet? A frozen giant? Something weirder? You're about to peel back the layers of this mystery, imagining what Planet X could be. Is it a rocky super-Earth, a gas giant's long-lost cousin, or something so strange it defies everything you thought you knew about the solar system? Let's dive into the heart of the Planet X hypothesis and figure out what kind of world might be hiding out there. Picture yourself sketching this unseen world in your mind. Scientists like Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown, who've been leading the charge, have some educated guesses. Their calculations suggest Planet X is big, really big. We're talking 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, maybe even bigger. That's hefty enough to bully those Trans-Neptunian objects into their funky orbits, but small enough to stay hidden in the vast darkness. You can almost feel its presence, like a low hum vibrating through space, commanding attention without showing its face. This isn't some puny asteroid. It's a cosmic heavyweight, and its identity is the puzzle you're itching to solve. Let's start with the leading idea. Planet X as a super-Earth. Imagine a rocky world, much like ours but bulkier, with a thick atmosphere cloaking its surface. It might have towering mountains, frozen oceans, or even alien storms swirling in patterns we can barely fathom. A super-Earth would be a natural fit for our solar system, which already has rocky planets like Earth and Mars. But here's the catch. It's so far out, maybe 400 to 800 astronomical units from the Sun, that it's locked in a deep freeze. Sunlight out there is so weak. It's like trying to read by the glow of a firefly. You're picturing a world shrouded in twilight, its surface glittering with frost, reflecting just enough light to taunt our telescopes. Or maybe it's not a super-Earth. What if Planet X is a gas giant, a smaller sibling to Jupiter or Neptune? You're visualizing a swirling ball of hydrogen and helium, with bands of clouds stretching across its face, maybe even a faint ring system catching the dim sunlight. A gas giant this far out would be a loner, orbiting in solitude for billions of years. Its gravity would be immense, sculpting the orbits of those TNOs like a conductor directing a symphony. You can almost hear the whoosh of its atmosphere, the rumble of storms bigger than Earth, echoing in the silence of deep space. It's a majestic thought, but it raises questions. How did a gas giant end up so far from the Sun? Now, let's get a little wild. What if Planet X isn't a planet at all, but something stranger, like a rogue planet captured by our Sun's gravity? Picture a wanderer from another star system, drifting through the galaxy until our Sun snagged it. It could be a frozen husk, its surface scarred from eons of cosmic travel. Or maybe it's got a weird composition, like a world made mostly of water ice or exotic metals. The idea's a bit out there, but it's not impossible. The universe loves throwing curveballs, and you're starting to wonder if Planet X is one of them. For a historical anchor, let's look back to 1930, when Pluto was discovered. Astronomers thought they'd found the 9th planet, a distant world explaining oddities in Neptune's orbit. Turns out, Pluto was too small to matter, and the real culprit was just measurement errors. But that discovery sparked imaginations, much like Planet X does now. It's a reminder that our solar system has a knack for hiding surprises, and you're part of the generation chasing the next one. Here's a quirky fact to spice things up. If Planet X is a super-Earth, it might have a magnetic field so strong it could mess with spacecraft passing nearby. Like a cosmic prankster scrambling your GPS. Scientists have modeled what such a field might look like, and it's a wild thought. A planet out there, silently radiating magnetic chaos, invisible to us, but powerful enough to bend the paths of anything that gets too close. It's like the solar system's own Bermuda Triangle, and you're itching to know more. The academic debate here is juicy. Some scientists argue Planet X is most likely a super-Earth, based on its predicted mass, and the way it shapes those TNO orbits. Others lean toward a gas giant, pointing out that our solar system formed plenty of those in its early days. A few bold thinkers even suggest it could be a primordial black hole, a tiny, ultra-dense relic from the Big Bang. You're caught in the middle, weighing the options. Is it a familiar planet type or something we've never seen before? The data leans toward a planet, but the universe doesn't always play by our rules. Let's add some modern flair. In an age of exoplanet discoveries, thousands of worlds orbiting other stars, it's almost ironic that we're still hunting for a new planet in our own backyard. We've got telescopes scanning distant galaxies, yet Planet X is like that one sock you can't find in the laundry. Right under our noses, but maddeningly elusive. The tech we're using, from computer simulations to massive sky surveys, is cutting-edge, but it's humbling to realize how much we still don't know about our own cosmic neighborhood. For a touch of humor, imagine Planet X as the solar system's introvert, hiding in the corner of the cosmic party while everyone else orbits closer to the sun. Maybe it's just shy, or maybe it's got secrets it's not ready to share. Either way, its influence is undeniable, and you're hooked on figuring out what it's made of. Is it rock, gas, or something totally alien? Drop your guess in the comments. Super Earth, gas giant, or wild card? We're curious what you think. As you ponder that, feel the weight of the mystery. You're not just imagining a planet. You're grappling with a piece of the solar system's untold story. Planet X, whatever it is, has been out there for billions of years, shaping our cosmic home in ways we're only now starting to understand. Its size, its makeup, its very existence. It's all a puzzle, and you're holding one of the pieces. Let's keep going, because the hunt for this elusive world is about to get even more intense. You're floating in the cosmic deep end, far beyond Neptune, where the solar system feels like an endless, frozen abyss. The Kuiper Belt surrounds you, a shadowy realm of icy debris, where the sun's light is so faint it's like a whisper in the dark. Somewhere out there, Planet X is hiding. A massive, elusive world that's dodged every telescope we've pointed its way. But you're not giving up. Armed with cutting-edge tech and a detective's instincts, you're ready to hunt for this cosmic phantom. How do you find a planet no one's ever seen, in a region so vast it makes the Pacific Ocean look like a puddle? Let's dive into the tools, tricks, and sheer grit of the search for Planet X. Imagine you're at the controls of a massive telescope, its lens the size of a house, scanning the night sky. The stars are pinpricks, sharp and cold. But you're not looking for them. You're searching for a faint smudge, a speck of light that moves just a little differently from everything else. That's the challenge of finding Planet X. It's so far away, maybe 400 to 800 astronomical units, that it's barely a flicker against the cosmic backdrop. You can feel the strain in your eyes, the weight of staring into infinity, knowing that one tiny dot could rewrite the solar system's story. This isn't just stargazing, it's a high-stakes treasure hunt. The primary weapon in this hunt is the telescope, but not just any telescope. Astronomers are using monsters like the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, set to come online in 2025, with its 8.4-meter mirror and a camera the size of a small car. Picture yourself peering through its digital eyes, capturing images of the sky so detailed they could make a galaxy blush. This observatory will scan the entire visible sky every few nights, generating terabytes of data. You're sifting through a cosmic haystack, looking for that one needle. A faint object moving slowly against the stars, betraying Planet X's existence. It's like trying to spot a black cat in a dark room, except the room is the size of the universe. But telescopes alone aren't enough. You're also relying on computer simulations, the unsung heroes of this hunt. Scientists like Battigan and Brown run complex models to predict where Planet X might be. These simulations are like cosmic crystal balls, crunching the orbits of those quirky Trans-Neptunian objects to guess the planet's path. You can almost hear the hum of supercomputers, churning through equations to map out a world no one's seen. The models suggest Planet X follows a long, elliptical orbit, taking maybe 10,000 years to circle the Sun. That's so slow it makes a snail look like a sprinter. But those predictions narrow the search, pointing telescopes to specific patches of sky. Let's add a historical nod. Back in 1846, the discovery of Neptune was a triumph of telescope and math. Astronomers used wobbly orbits to pinpoint its location, spotting it within a degree of their predictions. That was a golden age for astronomy, when a single night's observation could confirm a planet's existence. Today's hunt for Planet X is tougher. Its distance and faintness make it a master of hide and seek. You're chasing a ghost that's been dodging us for centuries, and the tools have had to evolve to keep up. Here's a quirky detail. One method astronomers use is called stellar occultation. Imagine Planet X passing in front of a distant star, briefly blocking its light like a cosmic eclipse. You're watching that star through a network of telescopes, waiting for it to blink. That flicker, lasting maybe a few seconds, could reveal Planet X's size and position. It's like catching a thief by spotting their shadow. The catch? You need to know exactly where and when to look. And the odds are slimmer than a supermodel's phone battery. Yet teams worldwide are setting up global telescope networks, ready to catch that fleeting moment. The academic debate here is intense. Some astronomers argue we should focus on wide-field surveys, like the Rubin observatories, which cover huge swaths of sky but might miss faint details. Others push for targeted searches, zeroing in on regions where simulations predict Planet X might lurk. You're caught in the middle, wondering which approach will crack the case. Wide-field searches are like casting a net in the ocean, broad but shallow. Targeted searches are like diving for pearls, precise but risky. Both sides have merit, and you're rooting for either to deliver the prize. Let's get modern. In an era where we're mapping exoplanets light years away, it's wild to think we're still hunting for a planet in our own solar system. It's like realizing you've got an undiscovered room in your house. The tech we're using, AI-driven image analysis, massive data pipelines, feels like something out of a sci-fi flick. You're not just looking at stars, you're part of a digital revolution, where algorithms sift through cosmic noise to find patterns humans might miss. It's thrilling, but it's also humbling. Space doesn't give up its secrets easily. For a touch of humor, imagine Planet X as the solar system's ultimate wallflower, too shy to show up in our telescopes, but too big to stay hidden forever. Maybe it's got stage fright, or maybe it's just enjoying the cosmic prank. Either way, the hunt is on, and you're in the thick of it. Drop a comment with your guess. Will we find Planet X with a massive survey or a lucky occultation? We're betting on both. Feel the stakes as you scan the sky. Every image, every data point could be the one that unveils Planet X. You're not just hunting a planet. You're chasing a piece of the solar system's soul. A world that's been shaping our cosmic neighborhood for billions of years. The tools are ready, the simulations are running, and the telescopes are watching. Let's keep going, because the next clue might be the one that lights up the darkness. You're standing at the edge of history, gazing into a starry sky that's been teasing humanity with secrets for centuries. The solar system feels like an old, familiar book, but its pages keep revealing new chapters. From the discovery of Uranus to the demotion of Pluto, the hunt for planets has always been a roller coaster of triumphs, surprises, and cosmic plot twists. Now, with Planet X whispering its presence through those quirky orbits, you're part of the latest chapter in this epic saga. How did we get here? Let's rewind through the history of planet hunting, tracing the steps that led us to chase this mysterious ninth world. Picture yourself in the 18th century, a time when powdered wigs were peak fashion and telescopes were the hottest tech around. You're peering through a clunky, brass-bound telescope, the kind that looks more like a pirate's spyglass than a modern observatory. Back then, the solar system was a cozy club of 6 planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But something was off. Uranus, discovered in 1781 by William Herschel, wasn't behaving. Its orbit wobbled like a drunk sailor, hinting at an unseen force. You can almost feel the excitement of those early astronomers, scribbling equations by candlelight, chasing a cosmic culprit. That chase led to Neptune's discovery in 1846, a moment that proved math could predict planets. It's like the universe sent a postcard saying, "Keep looking." Fast forward to the 20th century, and you're in the thick of another hunt. In 1930, a young astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh spots a faint dot moving across photographic plates. It's Pluto, hailed as the 9th planet, a tiny world at the edge of the known solar system. You're cheering with the world, imagining Pluto as a lonely sentinel in the cosmic wilderness. But here's where the plot twists. By 2006, astronomers realize Pluto's just one of many icy objects in the Kuiper Belt. It's demoted to dwarf planet, a decision that still sparks heated debates at astronomy clubs. Don't worry, Pluto, you're still the people's champ, kind of like the underdog in a rom-com who steals the show. Now, let's zoom to the present. You're standing in a control room, screens glowing with data from the Kuiper Belt. Those Trans-Neptunian objects, with their weirdly aligned orbits, are echoing the same kind of clues that led to Neptune. The hunt for Planet X feels like a sequel to those earlier discoveries. But the stakes are higher. This isn't just about finding a new dot in the sky, it's about rewriting the solar system's story. You can sense the weight of history, the way each discovery builds on the last, like layers of sediment in a cosmic canyon. Here's a quirky detail to spark your imagination. When Neptune was discovered, it was nearly named Leverrier, after the astronomer who predicted it. Imagine if we named planets like sports trophies. Planet X could end up as Battigen Brown or something equally nerdy. Luckily, naming conventions have chilled out since then. But it's a fun reminder that planet hunting is as much about human egos as it is about cosmic wonders. If you could name Planet X, what would you pick? Something epic like Nemesis or something quirky like Cosmo? Drop it in the comments. We're dying to know. For a historical anchor, let's revisit that Neptune discovery. It wasn't just a win for science. It was a cultural moment. Newspapers buzzed with excitement, and people marveled at humanity's ability to find a planet using nothing but math and a telescope. That triumph set the stage for today's hunt, where we're using the same logic but with fancier toys. You're part of that legacy, chasing a planet that could be the biggest find since Neptune. The academic debate here is lively. Some astronomers argue Planet X is a natural extension of the solar system's formation, a world that got kicked out to the fringes during its chaotic early days. Others wonder if it's a captured rogue planet, a cosmic drifter snagged by the sun's gravity. You're weighing these ideas, each one a thread in the tapestry of discovery. Is Planet X a homegrown giant or an interstellar immigrant? The answer could reshape how we see our solar system's birth. Let's get modern for a moment. In an age of instant gratification, think streaming shows and same-day delivery, the hunt for Planet X is a throwback to patient, obsessive exploration. Astronomers are combing through decades of data, from old photographic plates to new digital surveys, hoping to spot a clue they missed. It's like binge-watching a mystery series, except the episodes are released one pixel at a time. You're hooked on the suspense, knowing that every new observation brings us closer to the truth. For a touch of humor, let's imagine Planet X as the solar system's ultimate hide-and-seek champion. While Pluto was out there waving at telescopes, Planet X is like, catch me if you can. Maybe it's cloaked in cosmic camouflage, or maybe it's just really good at dodging paparazzi. Either way, the hunt is on, and you're part of the team trying to outsmart it. What's your strategy? More telescopes or better math? Share your thoughts below. As you reflect on this history, feel the pull of discovery. Every planet we've found, from Uranus to Neptune to the short-lived reign of Pluto, has expanded our view of the cosmos. Planet X is the next frontier, a world that's been shaping our solar system for billions of years, waiting for you to notice it. The tools have changed, but the thrill is the same. Let's keep chasing, because the story of the solar system isn't finished yet. You're hovering in the vast emptiness beyond the Kuiper Belt, where the solar system feels like a whispered secret. The stars are faint, the sun a mere speck, and yet the idea of Planet X looms large in your mind. A massive, unseen world pulling the strings of distant orbits. If it's really out there, what does it mean for us? How would finding a ninth planet reshape our understanding of the solar system, our place in it, and maybe even our view of the cosmos itself? You're about to explore the ripple effects of discovering Planet X. From rewriting textbooks to sparking big questions about life, the universe, and everything. Imagine the moment it happens. A telescope catches a faint glimmer, a dot moving where nothing should be. Data pours in, confirming Planet X's existence. You're standing in a room full of astronomers, the air buzzing with excitement, like the final seconds before a rocket launch. The discovery would be a seismic shift, not just for science, but for how you see your cosmic neighborhood. It's like finding a hidden room in a house you've lived in your whole life. Suddenly, everything feels bigger, stranger, more alive. Planet X wouldn't just be a new dot on the map. It would force us to rethink the solar system's story from the ground up. Let's start with the science. If Planet X is real, it's likely 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, orbiting hundreds of astronomical units away. Its existence would tell us about the solar system's wild early days, when planets were flung around like cosmic pinballs. You can almost see it. A young, chaotic solar system, with gas giants jostling for position and smaller worlds getting kicked to the fringes. Planet X might be a survivor of that chaos, a relic that settled into a distant orbit. Finding it would confirm theories about how our solar system formed, giving you a glimpse into a time when Earth was just a molten baby, barely holding itself together. But it's not just about the past. Planet X could change how we model gravity and orbits. You're picturing scientists recalibrating their simulations, accounting for this new player's gravitational pull. Those quirky Trans-Neptunian object orbits, the ones that started this hunt, would finally make sense, like puzzle pieces snapping into place. And there's a practical side. Understanding Planet X's influence could improve our predictions for other objects in the Kuiper Belt, maybe even helping us spot new dwarf planets or avoid cosmic collisions. You're starting to feel like a galactic architect, redrawing the blueprints of our solar system. Now, let's get a little speculative. What if Planet X has moons? Or an atmosphere? You're imagining a frozen world with icy satellites, maybe even subsurface oceans like those on Europa or Enceladus. If it's got water, could it harbor life? Simple microbes, perhaps, eking out an existence in the dark? The thought sends a shiver down your spine, not from the cold, but from the possibility. Finding life on Planet X would be a game changer, making you wonder if the solar system is less lonely than we thought. It's a long shot, but the universe loves to surprise us. For a historical touch, think back to 1781, when William Herschel stumbled upon Uranus, doubling the size of the known solar system overnight. That discovery wasn't just a new planet. It sparked a wave of curiosity, inspiring astronomers to keep looking. Planet X could do the same, igniting a new era of exploration. You're part of that legacy, standing on the shoulders of giants, peering into the unknown. The difference now? We've got tech Herschel could only dream of: telescopes, computers, and AI that make the hunt more precise, but no less thrilling. Here's a quirky fact to chew on. If Planet X is a gas giant, it might have a ring system, but one so faint and spread out, it's like a cosmic whisper. Some models suggest these rings could stretch wider than Saturn's, made of dust and ice particles scattered over thousands of miles. You're picturing a ghostly halo, barely visible, catching the dim sunlight in a way that's both beautiful and eerie. It's like the planet's wearing a veil, daring us to lift it. The academic debate here is electric. Some scientists argue Planet X's discovery would lock in our understanding of solar system dynamics, proving that large planets can survive in distant orbits. Others caution that it might raise more questions than answers. Like, how did it get so far out? Was it born there? Or was it ejected by a cosmic tug-of-war with Jupiter or Saturn? You're caught in the middle, weighing the possibilities. Each scenario feels like a door to a new mystery, and you're itching to open them all. Let's bring it to the modern day. In a world obsessed with instant updates, think viral tweets and breaking news, Planet X's discovery would be a global moment. Social media would explode with memes. Imagine Planet X found, Pluto still salty. Schools would update curricula, and kids would grow up with a 9-planet solar system again. You're part of that cultural shift, sharing the news, debating what it means. It's not just science. It's a story that connects us to the cosmos. For a touch of humor, picture Planet X as the solar system's VIP, hiding behind a velvet rope while the rest of us scramble for a glimpse. Maybe it's got a cosmic bouncer keeping telescopes at bay. What's your take? Will finding Planet X make us rewrite the textbooks or just add a cool new chapter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. As you ponder the impact, feel the weight of what's at stake. Planet X isn't just a planet. It's a key to unlocking the solar system's secrets. Its discovery could redefine our place in the universe, making you feel both tiny and profoundly connected to the cosmos. Let's keep chasing this mystery, because the next clue might change everything. You're out there, drifting in the cosmic twilight of the Kuiper Belt, where the stars feel like distant memories and the sun's a faint glimmer on the horizon. The hunt for Planet X has you hooked, those strange orbits of Trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs, pointing to something massive pulling the strings. But what if it's not a planet? What if the clues we're chasing are leading us somewhere stranger? You're standing at a cosmic crossroads, weighing the idea of a 9th planet against other wild possibilities. Could it be a ring of debris, a swarm of mini-worlds, or something so bizarre it defies our imagination? Let's explore the alternative theories that might explain those quirky orbits without Planet X stealing the show. Picture yourself sifting through a cosmic crime scene, the evidence laid out before you like scattered puzzle pieces. The leading hypothesis, a massive planet, 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, fits the data beautifully, sculpting those TNO orbits into their odd, clustered shapes. But you're a skeptic too, wondering if there's another explanation. Maybe the universe is playing a trick, and what we think is a planet is something else entirely. You can feel the tension in the data, like a mystery novel with a twist ending you didn't see coming. Let's dive into the alternatives, each one a new lens on the same cosmic riddle. One possibility is a massive disk or ring of debris in the outer solar system. Imagine a vast, donut-shaped cloud of icy rocks, dust, and maybe even dwarf planets, stretching across billions of miles. This disk could have enough collective mass to tug on those TNOs, mimicking the gravitational pull of a single planet. You're picturing a swirling chaotic belt, like a cosmic traffic jam of frozen debris, each piece contributing to the gravitational chaos. It's not as glamorous as a planet, but it's plausible. Our solar system is messy, full of leftovers from its formation 4.6 billion years ago. The Kuiper Belt itself is proof of that, a cluttered attic of icy relics. Another idea is a swarm of smaller objects, like a gang of mini-planets or large asteroids, working together to create the same effect. You're visualizing dozens, maybe hundreds of these objects, each the size of a small moon, scattered across a wide orbit. Their combined gravity could herd those TNOs into their strange alignments, like a pack of wolves steering a herd. It's a bit like thinking you saw a single giant in the fog, only to realize it's a crowd of smaller figures standing close together. This theory stretches the imagination, but it's grounded in the reality of the Kuiper Belt's diversity, home to oddballs like Pluto and Sedna. Now, let's get weird. Some scientists have floated the idea of a primordial black hole, a tiny, ultra-dense remnant from the Big Bang. No bigger than a grapefruit, but with the mass of several Earths. You're picturing this invisible beast, warping space around it like a cosmic sinkhole, tugging on those TNOs from the shadows. It's a wild card, a theory that feels like it belongs in a sci-fi thriller, but it's not impossible. The universe is full of strange relics, and a black hole in our backyard would be the ultimate plot twist. You can almost hear the eerie hum of its gravity, bending light and reality itself. For a historical anchor, let's look back to the early 20th century, when astronomers hunted for Planet X to explain quirks in Neptune's orbit. That search led to Pluto's discovery in 1930, but it turned out Pluto was too small to cause those wobbles, which were later chalked up to measurement errors. The lesson? Sometimes the simplest explanation, a planet, isn't the right one. You're reminded that science thrives on questioning assumptions, and these alternative theories are part of that tradition, pushing us to think beyond the obvious. Here's a quirky detail to spark a smile. If the culprit is a debris disk, it might include objects so loosely bound, they're practically cosmic drifters, ready to wander off into interstellar space. Scientists call these Oort cloud comets, and they're like the solar system's couch surfers, hanging out on the fringes until a gravitational nudge sends them packing. You're imagining these icy nomads, each one a tiny rebel, contributing to the mystery in their own small way. The academic debate here is a lively one. Some astronomers argue a debris disk or swarm is more likely than a single planet, given how common such structures are in young star systems we've observed elsewhere. Others counter that a planet is the cleaner explanation, fitting the data with fewer assumptions. You're caught in the middle, weighing Occam's razor against the universe's knack for complexity. Is it one big planet or a chaotic collective? The answer could redefine how we model the outer solar system. Let's add a modern spin. In an era where we're spotting exoplanet systems with rings, disks, and swarms of objects, these alternatives feel less far-fetched. Think of the TRAPPIST-1 system, with its 7 planets packed close together, proof the universe loves variety. Our tech, from AI-driven simulations to sky-scanning telescopes, lets us test these theories like never before. You're part of a generation that's not just guessing, but crunching the data, ready to crack this case. For a touch of humor, Imagine Planet X isn't a planet, but a cosmic prank, a giant pile of space junk trolling our telescopes. Maybe the universe is just messing with us, like a cat batting at a laser pointer. What's your take? Planet, disk, or something totally out there? Drop your wildest guess in the comments. As you ponder these alternatives, feel the thrill of uncertainty. The hunt for Planet X isn't just about finding a world. It's about challenging what we think we know. Whether it's a planet, a disk, or a black hole, the truth is out there, waiting for you to uncover it. Let's keep exploring, because the next clue might flip the script entirely. You're floating at the edge of the solar system, where the darkness feels alive, pulsing with secrets yet to be uncovered. The hunt for Planet X has taken you through a maze of clues, strange orbits, tantalizing theories, and the promise of a hidden world. Whether it's a massive planet, a debris disk, or something weirder, the mystery has you hooked. Now, as you gaze into the cosmic void, you're wondering, where does this journey lead? What's next in our quest to find Planet X, and how will it shape the future of our exploration? You're not just chasing a planet. You're part of a grand adventure, one that's pushing the boundaries of what we believe is possible in our cosmic backyard. Imagine the scene. You're in a futuristic observatory, screens glowing with star maps and data streams. The air hums with anticipation, like the moment before a storm breaks. Astronomers are scanning the skies, telescopes like the Vera C. Rubin Observatory sweeping the heavens every few nights, capturing every faint glimmer that might betray Planet X. You can feel the pulse of discovery, the sense that we're closer than ever to cracking this case. This isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you, the viewer, are part of the cosmic detective team. The future of the hunt is all about tech. Picture telescopes with mirrors so large they could double as skating rinks, paired with cameras that make your smartphone look like a toy. These tools are generating mountains of data, petabytes of it, every night. You're wading through a digital ocean, searching for that one pixel that moves just right, signaling Planet X's presence. Artificial intelligence is your sidekick, sifting through images to spot patterns humans might miss. It's like having a super smart assistant who never sleeps, always scanning for that cosmic needle in the haystack. The tech is cutting edge, but the thrill? It's as old as humanity's urge to explore. But it's not just about telescopes. You're also imagining space missions, probes launched to the outer solar system, designed to hunt for Planet X up close. Think of a spacecraft the size of a car, bristling with sensors, drifting through the Kuiper Belt like a cosmic bloodhound. It's a long shot. Such a mission could take decades to reach the right distance. But the payoff would be huge. You can almost see it. A grainy image beaming back to Earth, showing a massive, icy world against a backdrop of stars. It's the kind of moment that would make you gasp, knowing you're witnessing history. For a historical anchor, let's flash back to 1969, when Apollo 11 landed on the Moon. That giant leap wasn't just about footprints in lunar soil. It was a spark that ignited dreams of exploring farther, from Mars to the stars. The hunt for Planet X carries that same energy, a reminder that discovery is a relay race, each generation passing the baton. You're holding it now, part of a legacy that stretches from Galileo's first telescope to today's high-tech observatories. Here's a quirky detail to light up your imagination. If we find Planet X, it might have a faint glow from auroras caused by its magnetic field interacting with the solar wind. Picture a distant world shimmering with ghostly lights, like a cosmic disco ball in the dark. Scientists think such auroras could be detectable, giving us a new way to spot Planet X, even if it's too faint for regular telescopes. It's a wild thought. A planet announcing itself with a light show billions of miles away. The academic debate here is forward-looking. Some scientists argue we'll find Planet X within a decade, thanks to new observatories and AI. Others are less optimistic, pointing out that its distance and faintness make it a master of disguise. You're caught in the middle, wondering if we're on the cusp of a breakthrough or if Planet X will keep us guessing for years. Should we double down on wide sky surveys or focus on targeted searches in predicted orbits? Both sides have merit, and you're rooting for the moment when the data finally clicks. Let's get modern. In a world where we're planning Mars colonies and eyeing interstellar probes, the hunt for Planet X feels like a bridge between our past and future. It's a reminder that exploration isn't just about far-off stars. It's about understanding our own cosmic backyard. Social media is buzzing with the hype. Hashtags like #PlanetX trending, memes about Pluto's revenge, and citizen scientists joining the hunt through online platforms. You're part of that wave, sharing the excitement, maybe even analyzing data yourself. It's science as a team sport, and you're on the roster. For a touch of humor, imagine Planet X as the solar system's ultimate tease, always one step ahead of our telescopes. Maybe it's got a cosmic cloaking device, or maybe it's just enjoying the chase. What's your bet? Will we spot it by 2030? Or is it playing the long game? Drop your prediction in the comments, and let's see who's got the best cosmic intuition. As you look ahead, feel the pull of the unknown. The hunt for Planet X isn't just about finding a planet. It's about humanity's relentless curiosity, our need to map the uncharted. Whether it's a world, a disk, or something stranger. The answer will reshape how we see the solar system and our place in it. You're not just watching this story unfold. You're part of it, a witness to the next great leap. So keep your eyes on the sky, because the journey's far from over.